at lesson 112, paragraph page 686. Last head word was childminder, new word type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with new word. Okay, so repeat.
Okay.
Mind,
Mind.
object,
Object.
babysitter,
Babysitter.
childminder.
Childminder.
Very good. Okay, listen. The verb to mind means to object to, consider, be careful of, care, and look after. If someone says, don't mind me, carry on with what you're doing, they mean don't consider me or don't think about me. Before opening the window of a train or a bus, we can say to the other passengers, excuse me, would you mind if I open the window? For example, at the cinema, I mind if people sitting near me chat loudly throughout the film. If I didn't mind what I said in public, I might get into trouble. Object is a verb. So when you say object, it's a noun. If the pronunciation is object, it's a verb. It means to disagree or to oppose. Babysitter is a person who gets paid in taking care of a child. For example, when parents have to go out together in the evening, a babysitter usually minds their baby. Childminder is someone who looks after a very young child while the parents are at work, just like the same as babysitter. Okay, so let's practice. What does the verb mind mean? What does the verb mind mean? The verb
Me. The
mind
verb.
means
Mind means.
object to,
Object to.
consider,
Consider.
be careful of,
Be careful of.
care,
Air.
and look after.
And look after.
Very good. What can we say to the other passengers before opening a window of a train or a bus? What can we say to the other passengers before opening a window on a train or a bus? Before opening
Before
a
opening
window on a
a
train
window on the train
or a bus,
or bus
we
or
can
a bus,
say
we can
to the
say
other passengers,
to the other
excuse
passengers,
me, would you
excuse
mind
me,
if
would you
I
mind
open the window?
if I open the window?
Very good. At the cinema, do you mind if people sitting near you chat loudly throughout the film? At the cinema, do you mind if people sitting near you chat loudly throughout the film? Yes or no? At the
Yes.
cinema,
At the
I
cinema,
mind if people
I mind if people
sitting near me
sitting near
chat
me
loudly
chat loudly
throughout the film.
throughout the film.
And if you mind, what can you say? And if you mind, what can you say? If I mind,
If I
I
mind,
can say, excuse me,
I can say, excuse
but
me,
would you mind
but would you
not
mind
talking, please?
not talking, please?
Right. What does someone mean if they say, don't mind me, carry on with what you're doing? What does someone mean if they say, don't mind me, carry on with what you're doing? If someone says,
If someone
don't
says,
mind me,
don't mind me,
carry on
carry
with
on
what you're doing,
with, with what you are
they
doing,
mean, don't consider
they,
me.
they mean they
Don't
consider me,
don't consider me
don't consider me,
or don't think about me.
or don't think about me.
Very good. If you didn't mind what you said in public, what might happen? If you didn't mind what you said in public, what might happen? If I didn't mind
If I didn't mind
what I said in
what I
public,
said in
I
public,
might get
I might get
into trouble.
into trouble.
Very good. If a sign above a door says, mind your head, what does it mean? If a sign above a door says, mind your head, what does it mean? If a sign
If a sign
above a door says,
above a door says,
mind your head,
mind your head,
it means that
it means
the
that
door is low
the door is low
and that you must be careful
and that you must be careful
not to hit your head on it.
not not
Not to hit your head
not to hit your head
on it.
on it.
Very good. Do you mind what other people say or think about you? Do you mind what other people say or think about you? Yes or no?
Yes,
I mind what
I mind
other people say
what other people
or
say
think about me.
or think about me.
Why? Why? Because
Why?
I
Because
want them
I want
to
them
have a good
to have a good
impression of me.
impression of me.
So the word mind there means care. Do you care? Okay, next.
Uh, okay, okay.
When parents have to go out together in the evening, who usually minds their baby? When parents have to go out together in the evening, who usually minds their baby? When parents
When
have to
parents
go out
have to go out
together in the evening,
together in the
a
evening,
babysitter
a babysitter
usually minds
usually
their
minds
baby.
their baby.
What's a child minder? What's a child minder? A child minder
A
is
childminder
someone who looks
is someone who
after
looks
a very young child
after a very young child
while the parents
while the
are
parents
at work.
are, at work,
Are at work.
are at work.
Very good. Next, repeat fair,
Fair,
unfair.
unfair.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word fair is an adjective. It means treating someone in a way that is right or reasonable. Fair. Unfair is the opposite of unfair. For example, I don't think it's fair to judge a person by the way they look. I think it's unfair. If you ask everyone in the class 20 questions, but I only ask you two, it wouldn't be fair. It'd be unfair. Let's practice. Do you think it's fair to judge a person by the way they look? Do you think it's fair to judge a person by the way they look? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think it's fair
I think it's
to
fair
judge a person
to judge a person
by the way they look.
by, by the way they look.
Where if I ask everyone in this classroom 20 questions, but I only ask you two, would that be fair? If I ask everyone in this classroom 20 questions, but I only ask you two, would that be fair? No. If
No,
you ask
if
everyone
we ask
in
everyone
this classroom
in this classroom
20 questions,
20 questions,
but you only ask
but
me
you only
two,
ask me to,
it wouldn't be fair.
it wouldn't be fair.
It'd be unfair.
It will be unfair.
Very good. Next, repeat. Be into something.
Be into something.
Very good. Okay, listen. Be into something means have a strong interest in something. For example, a
Mhm.
few things that most teenagers are into are computer games, clothes, music, etc. I used to love playing tennis, but now I'm really into golf. Okay, let's practice. Name a few things that most teenagers are into. Name a few things that most teenagers are into. A few things
A few
that
things
most teenagers
that most
are
teenagers
into
are
are
into
computer games,
are computer games,
clothes, music,
clothes, music,
etc.
etc.
Give give me another example of the idiom be into something. Give me another example of the idiom be into something, please. I used to love
I used to love
playing tennis,
playing
but
tennis,
now
but now
I'm really into golf.
I'm really into golf.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Go bad.
Go bad.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words go bad is a verb. It means to become unpleasant. For example, we know when food has gone bad because its appearance has often changed and it has a nasty smell. Let's practice. How do we know when food has gone bad? How do we know if food has gone bad? We know when
We
food
know when food
has gone bad
has gone bad
because its
because
appearance
its
has
appearance
often changed
has often
and
changed
it has a nasty
and
smell.
and it has nasty smell.
Very good. Next, repeat. Expert,
Expert,
knowledge,
knowledge,
medical.
medical.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word expert is a noun. An expert is someone with a very huge level or a very high level of knowledge or skill in a particular area. Knowledge is a noun. It is an information, understanding, or skill that you get from experience or education. Medical is an adjective. It is related to the science of medicine or to the treatment of illness and injury. For example, doctors aren't legal experts, they're medical experts. Lawyers are legal experts. Let's practice. What's an expert? What's an expert? An expert
An
is
expert
someone with
is
a
someone
very high level
with a very high
of
level
knowledge or
of
skill
knowledge or
in
skill
a particular area.
in a particular area.
Where are doctors legal experts? Are doctors legal experts? No.
No,
Doctors aren't legal
doctors
experts.
aren't legal
They're
experts.
medical experts.
They are medical experts.
Lawyers are legal experts.
Lawyers are legal experts.
Very good. Next, repeat. Switch on.
Switch on,
Switch off.
switch off.
Very good. Okay. So switch on and switch off are phrasal verbs. It is to make a machine or piece of equipment stop or start working by pressing a switch. For example, I'm switching the light on and off. Okay, so let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're switching
You're
the
switching
light on.
the light on.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're switching
You're
the
switching
light off.
the light off.
Very good. Okay, next. Preparatory it.
Preparatory it.
Very good. So the word it. So let's talk about the preparatory it. Okay, repeat. It
Preparatory
is
it. It is
plus adjective
plus adjective
plus infinitive with to.
plus infinitive with to.
Very good. So that's the construction. We use the words it is plus an adjective, a describing word, plus infinitive with to. So it's the base form of the verb, the present tense, with the word to before it, like to run, to walk, to eat. Okay,
はい。
listen. When we say preparatory it, we mean that we use the word it at the beginning of a sentence to prepare us for information that comes later in the sentence. For example, in the sentence, it is common. Okay, let me put it here. So, in the sentence, it is
In,
common in my country for people to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning.
in the morning.
So, the word eat refers to the information to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning. And so the sentence means the same as eating a cooked breakfast in the morning is common for people in my country. With a preparatory it, we generally use the structure it is plus adjective plus the infinitive with to. For example, it isn't easy to speak English as well as an English person. It is very difficult to understand what he says. And it's rare to see that kind of bird on this part of the country. Okay, let's practice. What do we mean by a preparatory it? What do we mean by a preparatory it? By a
By a
preparatory it,
preparatory
we
it,
mean that
we mean
we
that
use the word it
we use the word it
at the beginning
at the
of a
beginning
sentence
of a
to
sentence
prepare us
to prepare
for
us
information
for
that
information
comes later
that comes later
in the sentence.
in the sentence.
Very good. Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. It is very difficult
It is very
to
difficult
understand what he
to
says.
understand what he says.
Was it usual for
What
him?
is usual for
One more.
him?
Was it usual for him
What is usual for
to
him?
come here every Sunday?
To come here every Sunday?
It's rare
It's
to
rare
see that kind
to see the
of
kind
bird
of bird
in this part of the country.
in this part of the country.
Very good. Is it easy to learn to speak English as well as an English person? Is it easy to learn to speak English as well as an English person? No, it
No,
isn't easy
it isn't
to
easy
speak English
to speak
as
English
well as an
as well
English
as
person.
an English person.
Well, is it common in your country for people to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning? Is it common in your country for people to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning? Yes or no?
Yes,
It's common in my
it's
country
common in my
for
country
people to eat
for people to
a
eat
cooked breakfast in the morning.
a, a cooked breakfast in the morning.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Determine.
Determine,
Determine.
determine,
Determination.
determination,
Extremely.
extremely,
Luck.
luck,
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word determine is a verb. To determine means to make a decision for something. Determined is an adjective. It means having a strong feeling that you are going to do something and that you will not allow anyone or anything to stop you. For example, I've determined what I'm going to do for my next holiday. Determination is a noun. Determination is a quality of trying to do or achieve something that is difficult. Extremely is an adverb. Extremely is the same as very great in degree. For example, when I start to do something like learning a language, I'm usually determined to continue to the end, even though what I have started is extremely difficult. Luck is a noun. Luck means something that happens without being planned or it is just happened by chance. Intelligence is a noun. It is the ability to learn and understand. For example, for success in life generally, I think that determination to succeed and intelligence, not luck, are more important than anything else. Let's practice. Have you determined what you're going to do for your next holidays? Have you determined what you're going to do for your next holidays? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've determined
I've determined
what I'm going to do
what I'm going to do
for my next holidays.
for my next holidays.
What have you determined to do? What have you determined to do? I've determined
I've
to
determined
go to
to go to
Okinawa.
Okinawa. Yeah.
Very good. When you start doing something like learning a language, are you usually determined to continue to the end, even though what you have started is extremely difficult? When you start to do something like learning a language, are you usually determined to continue to the end, even though what you have started is extremely difficult? Yes or no?
Yes.
When I start
When I
to do
start
something
to do something
like learning a language,
like learning a
I'm
language,
usually determined
I'm usually
to
determined
continue to the end,
to continue to the end,
even though
even though
what I have started
what I have started
is extremely difficult.
is extremely difficult.
Very good. Who's the most determined person you know or have ever met? Who's the most determined person or have you know or have ever met? The most determined person
The most determined
I
person
know
I
or
know
have ever met
or have ever met
is
is
who? My father, my
mm,
boss,
my boss.
my boss. Very
My
good. Next,
boss.
for success in life generally, which do you think is more important than anything else? The determination to succeed,
Determined
luck,
success.
hard work, or intelligence? For success in life generally, which do
Mm,
you think is more important than anything else? The determination to succeed, luck, hard work, or intelligence? For success in life
or for success in life.
generally, I think
Generally, I think
the
hard
determine
work
is
uh,
more important
is more
than
important
anything else.
than anything else.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Steal, stole, stolen.
Steal, stole, stolen.
Owner.
Owner.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word steal is a verb. To steal means to take something that does not belong to you without permission. The three forms of steal are steal, stole, stolen. For example, if someone steals my umbrella, that doesn't mean I have the right to steal someone else's. I've had some things stolen from me while I'm on holiday. Owner is a noun. Owner means somebody that owns something. For example, if someone stole something from a shop and was caught doing so, the owner of the shop would probably call the police. Let's practice. What are the three forms of steal? What are the three forms of steal? The three forms
The three
of
forms
steal
of
are
steal
steal, stole, stolen.
are steal, stole, stolen.
If someone steals your umbrella, does that mean you have the right to steal someone else's? If someone steals your umbrella, does that mean that you have the right to steal someone else's? No.
No,
If someone steals
if someone
my
steals
umbrella,
my umbrella,
that doesn't mean
that doesn't
I
mean
have the right
I have the
to
right
steal someone else's.
to steal someone else's.
If someone stole something from a shop and was caught doing so, what did probably happen? If someone stole something from a shop and was caught doing so, what did probably happen? If someone stole something
If someone stole something
from a shop
from a shop
and was caught
and was caught
doing so,
doing
the
so,
owner of the shop
the owner of the shop
would probably call
would, would probably
the
call
police.
the
Where
police.
have you ever had anything stolen from you while on holiday? Have you ever had anything stolen from you while on holiday? Yes or no?
Oh no,
I've never
I've
had anything
I've never had anything
stolen from me
stolen from me
while on holiday.
while on holiday.
Very good. Next, repeat active.
Active
Activity.
activity.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word active is an adjective. Someone who is active move around a lot or does a lot of things. For example, I wouldn't say I was a rather active kind of person. Activity is a noun. An activity is something that a person or a group does or has done. For example, the kind of activities that interest me most are of all are going out with friends, reading, cycling, etc. Okay, so let's practice. Would you say you were a rather active kind of person? Would you say you were a rather active kind of person? Yes or no?
No,
I wouldn't say
I wouldn't say
I was a rather
I was a rather
active kind of person.
active kind of person.
But what kind of activities interest you most of all? What kind of activities interest you most of all? The kind of
The
activities
kind of
that
activities that into
interest me
interest me
most of all are
most of all are
watching animes
watching animes
and
and
what do you play?
watching
Do you
animes
play soccer, baseball, basketball, futsal,
ah
or
baseball
baseball? Very good.
baseball
Okay, next repeat organize.
organize
Very good. Okay, listen. The word organize is a verb. To organize means to arrange and plan an activity, to organize a party like that. For example, supposing a group of foreign students came to stay with me for the weekend, I'd organize a party for them. I'm good at organizing things. Okay, so let's practice. Supposing a group of foreign students came to stay with you for the weekend, what would you organize for them? Supposing a group of foreign students came to stay with you for the weekend, what would you organize for them? Supposing
supposing
a group of students
a group of
came
students
to stay with me
came to stay with me
for the holiday,
for the
I'd
holiday.
organize
I'd
a
organize
sushi party for them.
a sushi party for them.
Very good. Okay, but
Yeah,
we stop
very good.
there for